How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the last couple days of the finals open beta here. Beta will finish up tomorrow, Sunday, November 5th, so be sure to get as much time in as you can. Figured we'd put out another heavy video today. So today I want to talk about the class that I run, what specialization I run, what gadgets I run, what gun I run for the heavy class, and just discuss that a little bit. Talk about strategy, talk about how I utilize my specialization, when I use certain things, why I have the shotgun equipped the majority of the time, and how I use all those things to play heavy in what I think to be is a pretty effective way. So, depending on how new you are or not new to the finals, let me just run through real quick here. So, in the finals, we have three classes currently. We've got the light. There he is. He's real tiny. We got the medium, also known as the healing class, and we've got the heavy. The big boy, the thick daddy. There he is. Look at those legs. How you doing? So that's what I want to talk about today. I've put over 120 hours into the closed betas and the open beta combined. So I got a decent amount of time, and the majority of that time I've been playing heavy. So let's get into this and talk about this heavy guy. If you find this helpful at all, if you enjoy what you're watching, please drop a like and consider subscribing. Okay, let's get right into this. So, for each class, you get a specialization option, you get weapons, you get your gadgets. And for tournaments, you are unable to dive into your reserves. You are just, what you get is what you got right here. But for quick play, these reserves come into play. So let me just explain that real quick. So, say you're playing a quick play cash out match. You have, your shotgun equipped and flamethrower as a backup. If you die, you are able to switch to the flamethrower or the goo grenade or the flashbang or the pyro grenade in the quick play match, but not in a tournament. This is all you get in a tournament. Once you have this picked out, you are locked in for however many rounds you make it, so make sure you choose wisely. Now, let's go through each part of the class for the heavy that I run. So, here's the options, what you have for your specializations. You have the mesh shield, which is what I use. You have the charge and slam, and you have the goo gun. In the order of what I've seen people use, I would say, honestly, I see the most charge and slam. I would say that's number one. Mesh shield number two, in a close second. And then I've only seen like two people use the goo gun. So that would be the third place specialization for the heavy. I use the mesh shield. Now, if you are an Overwatch gamer, of which I really am not, I've played a little bit, but not too much, you'll recognize a very strong similarity to a Reinhardt shield when he pulls it out. So that's kind of how you have to play it, too. The shield takes 1,250 damage. So what's unique about the shields in this game, mesh shield and dome shield included, is that when you have that equipped, so the mesh shield is a front-facing shield, much like the Reinhardt shield, your teammates can shoot through your shield. So enemy fire coming in is blocked, is eaten up by that big mesh shield. Your teammates can shoot through it, which is huge. Huge strategy to place yourself in front of your teammates, and so they can deal DPS and at the same time not risk being hurt. So, in my opinion, the specialization with the most utilization, the one that you can make the most plays with, the most versatile, is the mesh shield. Now, the mesh shield is directly countered, as is every other specialization and gadget. It is directly countered by the glitch grenade. So, I think the glitch grenade actually really impedes the mesh shield more than the other specializations because of how reliant you can be sometimes on that mesh shield. If a light comes in and throws a glitch at you, it's gone. You have no mesh shield for over 5 seconds. It feels like freaking 50 seconds, but it's at least 5, probably more like 8-9 seconds. You don't have that mesh shield, which is a direct counter to it. Now for weapons, here's what you got. You've got the SA-1216 shotgun, which is what I run. You've got the flamethrower, which I have seen a lot of. The MGL-32, which is a rocket grenade launcher, much like a kind of a Junkrat type grenade launcher. The grenades come out and they bounce around. The M60, large clip machine gun, sledgehammer, which is a melee weapon, and the Lewis gun, which is basically just the worst version of the M60. I use the semi-auto shotgun right here, which I think is the best because there are so many close-range gunfights in this game, just simply because of the nature of the cash-out system. So, you know, a lot of the times how we like to play, my friends and I, is if we're stealing, you know, we'll get in there, I'll pop a dome shield, and then they'll try to, you know, steal the cash-out. While that's happening, I'm shielding them with my mesh shield, and then, of course, the other team wants to prevent that, so they'll come charging in, rushing in, and I'll pop them off with my shotgun. So simply just the nature of how gunfights end up playing out in this game, I think the shotgun has the most utility. It does very high close-range damage, and actually, I've found that even at a medium to medium long range, you can actually get some pretty decent shots, especially on light characters. Like if a light character is 2 health bars and he's running around a corner, you know, 50 feet away or so, you can still hit a couple shots on him and you can end up getting the kill. It's actually pretty good to use at a mid-range as well, and certainly the most powerful up close. Now for my second gadget, I use the dome shield. Here's all the options that you have. I'm just going to talk about the ones that I have equipped. I use the dome shield. Again, like the mesh shield in that you can shoot through it, but your enemies cannot. They have to come inside of it if you are inside to shoot you. But you can actually be either inside the shield or on the other side of the dome shield and shoot completely through it to hit people. The dome shield has a lot less health, aka it can take a lot less damage than the mesh shield. The mesh shield takes, like I said, 1,250 damage, and the dome shield, boy, I bet you can only take about 200-300, maybe 400 at the absolute most. I don't know because there's no counter on it, but I would say, if I were to guess, I'd say 300 damage. But very important, very useful for things like reviving. If you're trying to pop a full revive in the middle of a fight, you got to use that dome shield. A little extra cover for you and your team whenever you need it, and also for stealing cash outs. Very important, I think, to have the dome shield equipped. Second gadget, I use the RPG. I think it's probably the most powerful part of the heavy class besides that mesh shield. So with the RPG, high damage output, pretty decent length recovery time. It takes, you know, a good, oh boy, I would say at least 40 seconds to get it back. After you use it, you get one shot, then you have to wait 40 seconds to get it back. However, with a well-placed RPG shot, you can take out a light character entirely with one shot. You can take out 3/4 of a medium's character's health, and you can get a heavy down to about half health with a good shot from your RPG. So I think that's pretty much, out of everything in the heavy class, and with how versatile the heavy class can be, I think the RPG is a must. And rounding it out here, the final gadget that I use is the C4. Now, C4s come in handy. What I use them predominantly for is for once my team has cashed out, I'll go ahead and place one, if not both C4s on either side of the cash out. That way, whenever whenever somebody comes up and steals or is trying to steal, you get that siren that goes off, and then you can click, 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 and then that C4 just goes off. You can also use it for a lot of the times what we use it for is if say the cash out is a floor below us, we'll use it to put a hole in the roof, hole in the ceiling, and shoot down through that hole to do damage before we drop and try to steal. If the cash out is above you and you're playing below people, you throw it on the ceiling, you bring that cash out down to you, down to your level, and then you can play on your terms. Also, not the worst idea. It's a little harder to do because of how this C4 works. How it works in the finals is you throw it, you have to wait a good second and a half before it activates, then you can detonate. So what you can do, if you're good enough and you have good enough timing, is you can throw it out into the middle of a bunch of enemies, wait that second or two behind cover if you can get it, and then you can blow them up, do quite a good bit of damage that way as well. To reiterate how I mostly use it is for when we are defending a point. I go ahead and put it on both sides, and if I think there's a good chance that it's going to be stolen, I'll go ahead and throw it on the floor, because if it's getting down towards the end of when they have time to steal and you drop that cash out vault through the floor, it'll cancel the steal. on the enemy side, and then they'll have to restart, which it takes about 5 seconds to complete a steal in ranked. So you drop that through the floor, that 5 seconds could be huge for your team ending up with the money. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Hope that was a little bit helpful, at least in explaining why I use what I use on my heavy class. I think this is a very effective way to run heavy if you play it right, if you play it smart. And now here to finish off the video, I'm just going to show you a pretty solid game I had in a ranked tournament playing as the heavy. Thanks, and see you, Keers. Team on. I'm going to take height here. Heavy's low.
Let's pop this guy. Oh my god. He's literally one hit.
One dead.
Behind it, behind it.
Everyone made it out of this encounter. It's
Heal me.
Guy's one hit.
Sink or swim time.
Oh, fuck. Lights one.
Hit this guy.
He's low.
Go get him, Crank.
Yep.
Look at that. The Boundless are in the lead. Boundless land the first cash out.
Good shit.
Good stick. Good stick.
Contestant is trying to steer clear of a team wipe.
Oh, there's two teams here, guys. There's two teams here.
Yep.
Let's see how the next half will be.
He's zipping up after me. Zipping up after me.
I got you, I got you.
Heavy's one.
The Boundless tapping into Vault 4.
Nice, Nick. On site, on money here. Lights galore.
There's an invis. Dead. Behind me.
Will need to come back from that.
We good to like go. Another one. Another one.
Yeah, I'm jumping up. I got jump pad right behind you, Crank, around the corner.
Yep. Oh, right here. Guy in this fucking door. Path. Dead.
Nice, I'll grab the money.
Oh, another heavy coming in. Heavy coming in.
Oh my god! Take me back up, you fucking idiots!
He's very low.
Got him.
They're almost off the scale.
Second floor.
Just one contestant left.
First floor is the cash out. Cash out's here.
A new
Invis.
Let's see who grabs that cash.
Dead.
Good kill.
Thanks.
Two of them.
Find us!
Yeah. Got one.
Got two. Cross same way.
You got it.
10 seconds left.
Nice. Very good. I'll go pee.
Nice.
All out of time. Unbelievable determination from the competitors.